In a Vault Discovery show, this is brand new and it's a hot pick. Mixed cut Alexandrite ring in 14 karat gold, on sale, brand new. The story behind this is, I mean, not only it's equal parts color change, but also rarity of the mine, right?
Right. Rarity. The mine, these were mined in 2005. In fact, in 2000, later in 2005, the mine was wiped out.
Yeah.
It no longer exists. So the only reason we can find these, people in the early mining days put them aside. They put them in bags, they put them in their safes, they put them in their vaults and held on to them. This is the first Alexandrite ring we've had in over a year.
Wow.
The July Gem Day.
Just because we're running out of places to find it?
They just don't exist anymore. And usually, if we can find them, we can find small rounds, which have a great color change, which you can do as a cluster. But here, we were so excited because look at the sizes and look at the shapes.
Wow.
You have pear shape, you have oval, and you have round of Alexandrite, genuine Alexandrite. Now, it's from the family chrysoberyl. And chrysoberyl, some people sell chrysoberyl that has a color shift from a light green to a dark green as Alexandrite. No, it has to have a complete color change. And I'm hoping that we have the graphic with the color change, because we took a picture of it in two different lights, one regular light and then one incandescent light, to show you the true color change. And look at the depth.
We're going to find that for you.
Okay, look at the depth of the green. That shows you how the depth of the purple is going to be.
Wow.
So the deeper the green, the deeper the purple. Look, there's a great example. That's what you see. You see.
So depending on where you are,
exactly,
you'll look down and see either one of these colors.
Right. And when you go to QVC.com, you'll see the color change on there of the actual ring. And also when you print out the story, you'll see this actual ring under two different color lights. And that's what you're going to see when you get it home.
Wow. Maybe we can try to find that on QVC.com. We have 5 dozen though. So before then, you need to click checkout if you can, because I think it's one of those more rare moments, but people are Alexandrite collectors and they know.
Right.
I love the mixed cut story here because it just feels like a fireworks celebration.
Well, and I love that you have fancy cuts.
Yeah.
Because, you know, we love the little tiny rounds that we can do in clusters that have great color change. But when you have pieces like this that are fairly large, actually, for an Alexandrite, you know, this is probably the most requested stone on my blog.
Is it?
Most customers say, Peyton, you didn't bring an Alexandrite this summer. Are you going to have one?
They're waiting.
And I said, you know what? Yes. We found one parcel of stones. We thought, you know, we could do it with 2 ovals.
Yeah.
Or we could do it with an oval and a pear shape. But you know what? The color here, the color change here is so important and so good and so deep that we really decided, you know what? Let's put it all in one ring.
And because the mine is no longer in operation, and you just naturally, even if you know all the right people, it just becomes harder and harder.
It's very difficult. People, you know, and people see things and they see prices going up. They think, okay, you know what, I'm going to hold on to it for another few years.
Yeah.
And yes and no, you know. When we find a parcel like this, because we know who the miners are, we know who the gem collectors are that have this.
But it kind of feels like you're getting 2 rings.
It does feel like you're getting 2
it's going to
rings.
be that gorgeous green and it's going to be a gorgeous purple.
Gorgeous purple. A good friend, QVC friend of mine, wrote to me and she said, Peyton, I just bought an Alexandrite ring. This was maybe a year ago. And she said, I was watching TV, admiring my ring, how green the stones were. Then I went to the refrigerator and I stuck my hand in the refrigerator to get something and it was purple.
Oh, there you
the stones.
go.
So I thought, you know, that's a great analogy. That's a great, really what you're going to see. I have looked at every single set of stones, and I can guarantee these are Alexandrite.
Before they became rings.
Before they became rings. Your stone is going to change. It's going to change to that beautiful purple color. And, you know, I call it the stone of passion.
Yeah.
Because, you know.
And we have 4 dozen. We have 4 dozen total remaining. So that's it. But yeah, tell me why it's the stone of passion.
I say it's the stone of passion because, you know, you're going out on a date or, you know, with your husband or boyfriend or whoever, and you're wearing it and you think, okay, you know, I've got a beautiful green on and hopefully he'll admire your jewelry.
Aww.
And then, you know, you go to dinner and you're sitting there by candlelight and all of a sudden your ring is purple.
I love that.
So I consider the stone of
we
passion.
change, don't we?
Absolutely.
You know, as people, sometimes I wake up and I feel one way that day, and the next day I feel like a totally different person. And so I appreciate how this, like, we may reflect ourselves in some way.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be so fun for you throughout the day and the night to glance down and see what like even in here, like when I'm looking without the studio lights, it's like a richer green.
Right.
You know?
No, you're going to see that under different lights. Sometimes you're going to see, and the way we built the ring is you're going to see it, you'll be in a light and all of a sudden there'll be daylight coming in a window, but you'll have a different light overhead. And you may see some start to turn purple and others, being a deeper green. But then sometimes you're going to see them all change purple.
Yeah.
And look at the depth of the color. When these were first discovered in 1834 in Russia,
Wow.
the miners thought they were fine emeralds, which you can look at them and you can think, okay, these could be fine emeralds. But they were sitting around the fire at night, and all of a sudden they were noticing the stones were purple.
They're like, wait, what
Wait
happened?
a minute, what's going on? I think they were probably drinking, but you never know. So they sent them to Tiffany's in New York, and the great gemologist, Frederick Kuntz, looked at them, identified them, decided what they were, and introduced them into America.
Wow. So the iconic jewelry history behind this, that just gives me chills to think about it. I love the way these are dispersed and the fancy cuts. It's just for the right person who's watching right now, for the final 3 dozen of you who know, there's good, better, best. I want best.
And this is best.
This is best.
When you see the depth of the green, it's going to have the depth of the purple as well. And you're going to have that.
It's funny that I haven't even really, it's like there are diamonds there, but you really don't even notice them.
I know. It's
Because
nice to have a
you're
little bit of
staring
sparkle,
at
though.
the
In between them.
Alexandrite.
And the diamonds won't change colors, I can guarantee
No,
that.
I love that. But it's like when you're outshining diamonds, you're doing something right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think for those that collect Alexandrite, real, genuine Alexandrite, they know how rare fancy shapes are.
Yeah.
And when you have this, and look at I love pear shapes, but pear shapes usually you don't see, look at the pear shape right there in the center. You usually see a pear shape, it'll fade out the color as it gets toward the end.
Okay.
You can tell the quality here because you see that deep green all the way throughout the stone, all the way to the tip. The same thing in the ovals, the same thing in the rounds. It's not just light and part of it. The consistency, and that's really important when you want a really nice color change. And that's what it's all about with Alexandrite. You don't want a ring that doesn't change colors. Then it's not Alexandrite. With a ring like this, you're going to have intense, intense color.
With limited quantities, this is the time to click checkout. Do not leave this in your cart. Size 5 is now gone. We have 35 total. We're last call in size 10. And with this design, would you say maybe stay away from sizing it?
No, you can
Or
go
could
up and down one size.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of gold in the shank.
Okay, good.
So I would feel comfortable with that. But, always take it to a really good jeweler.
Yeah, only the best for this
Only the
because
best.
this is your vault discovery piece, and being able to get the sale prices, to me, just the icing on the cake here for this hot pick on the day. But being able to get you Alexandrite. I mean, number one, Peyton, you're only bringing Alexandrite of a certain quality, to these shows.
It's got to have a dramatic color change.
Yeah.
And with this ring, it's going to. And I love the design here because it's showcasing the shape of the stones, and it's really going to showcase the color of the stones.
Yeah.
And I think that's so important. And if you're a collector of Alexandrite, you know how important sizes are.
Yeah.
You just don't see sizes. You don't see shapes, fancy shapes anymore.
1.3 carats.
1.3 carats is a lot of Alexandrite.
It's really beautiful. I mean, and I love that it's open because you get all of that wow, but the design of like the 3 gold bands coming together, almost looking to me like a little bit like an infinity symbol.
It's like they're woven together.
Yeah, it's open and it's comfortable to wear on the hand too.
Which is always important.
Yeah.
Always important.
Because you'll want to wear it and look down and see, is it going to be green or is it going to be purple?
It's going to be both.
It's going to be both.
And here you can see it. You can see the beautiful green color. It could be an emerald, but then you see the beautiful purple color, which is only Alexandrite. It's a very special effect. It's called the Alexandrite effect because no other gemstone does this. There are 5 color change gemstones in nature.
Okay.
That's it. And this is probably the rarest.
Wow.
Because it has such a miraculous color change, the Alexandrite effect. And please definitely print out your story on this one, because sizes, shapes, we probably will never see again.
Well, and knowing the rarity of this, when we think about investing our money, because I get it, it's an investment. We
Right.
do have Easy Pay to make things like this a little bit, easier on the budget. But when I think about the rarity of something like this, and I think where are you going to put your money in jewelry,
Right.
there's a lot of places to get diamonds. When I think about, for example, a diamond, there's actually nowhere to get this other
No.
than if somebody has it with over half of our quantity gone.
I always love when you have a rare gem like this, wear it into your favorite jewelry store.
Yeah.
Because they're going to look at it and think, wait a minute, is that genuine Alexandrite? Because
Yeah.
very few people have seen it today. It just
Right.
almost doesn't exist.
The mine is no longer in operation.
No, in 2005, it was washed away with a tsunami. And they have not been able to rebuild it again. So,
Wow.
and, we're working on our show for Gem Day
Yeah.
in February, March.
Okay.
And I don't have an Alexandrite ring.
You don't.
We used to have hours of Alexandrite.
Wow.
Whole hours. And then we went to having one piece per show. Now I can't even have one piece per show. It's
Wow.
that rare today.
Well, here it is. And you know what I think is amazing about this too is with this design, Peyton, it looks good on every finger.
Doesn't it though?
Yeah. So if you are wondering, this could be your index, middle finger, could be your ring finger. We have 30 total remaining, and that's half of our quantity that is now gone. With this incredible sale price debuting on the first day it's ever been on air, saving over $1,100. This is coming up at the end of the show. Wait, so there was